Your inspiration station, Worship 94.5 FM. Your man RoJay holding it down for you. In for a takeover tonight with my girl Yolanda Adams. Been discussing her new album Sunny Days and about to play her new single and all of that. We're about to get into all of that. But first and foremost, gotta shout out my girl Yolanda Adams. How are you tonight?
I am fantastic. How's it going today?
I'm doing pretty good. No complaints on this end. Just ready to dive into discussion on this new album with you.
Awesome.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, your last project dropped in like 2011, and here we are, late 2024, early 2025, and we have the new album Sunny Days out. So I do want to know what took you so long to bring us the new project Sunny Days.
Well, life and tour and kingdom business and a whole bunch of other things took us away from the actual recording of the project. And it took 5 years almost for us to get it done because we started the writing process and some of the basic recording stuff so we could start the structure of the album in 2018. Then I got busy, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis got busy, Donald Lawrence got busy, we all got busy, Warren Campbell got busy. And by the time we were able to, we thought we would be able to get into the studio, the pandemic happened. So that shut down the whole world, not just, in my space and their space, but it shut down the whole world. And then after they eased up some of the restrictions, BET greenlit Kingdom Business for 2 seasons. So that stopped a whole bunch. Now, it didn't mean that I wasn't singing or recording anything. It just meant that nothing could come out or, we couldn't do anything because I'm the kind of person I have to be on my best vocals in the studio. I don't go into the studio hoarse. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in pushing your way through. No. If your body doesn't feel it, don't do it. And so by the time we finally got a chance to record it and do what we needed to do, and God knows, that's the bottom line. God knows exactly what, because if we had put the record out in 2019, 2020, it wouldn't have been ready and it wouldn't have been as phenomenal as it is right now. So thank God for Sunny Days.
Oh, for sure. We definitely have to show love for that. Now, you kicked off your new album era with your single Church Doors. And there's a lyric on there that said, I heard your spirit say, girl, you're not done. You ain't seen nothing yet. And that sounded real personal to me. Now, does doing gospel and being in this industry get easier as time passes or harder as it goes?
Oh, no, it gets easier because we have a system in my crew. We don't do anything we don't want to do. At this point in my career, I should be able to call the shot. Since I manage myself and and all of that. It's real simple for us. We keep great people around us who know the mission, and the mission is always to be a blessing. So it's not hard to be a blessing. All you have to do is just step into it.
And with so many projects and songs that you hold dear to your heart, how do you find new ways to minister through music?
Oh, man. Now with social media, you can get in touch with 2 million people in 5 seconds. So it's easier now to get your message across. The thing is, you have to be solid on your message. I think a lot of times people try to change with whatever the algorithm is, but I'm not trying to make the algorithm my God. I have to flow with what God gives me, and I have to flow with what God tells me. And on any given day, I might just jump on the camera with no makeup on or anything like that and just say, hey, this is what I believe you need to hear today. And when I do that, it's always, the comments are always so encouraging because you would not believe how many people say, oh my God, I needed that at this specific time. Thank you so much for always giving us the right words at the right time. So, just flow with it. And thank God for social media. It's one of those things that's great when it's great. And then it's like, when it's,
Oh, most definitely. Listen, we're going to premiere the new single Blessings next hour and hang out a little bit more with my girl Yolanda Adams. Keep it locked right here. Your inspiration station, Worship 94.5 FM. New music from a girl, Yolanda Adams. Blessings from her album Sunny Days, your Music Monday Spotlight. Hanging out with her right now for the takeover, actually. And first of all, I got to congratulate you for that song already inching toward the top 10. If it's not already in the top 10, but I do feel like it could possibly be another number one.
What was your look? We're gonna go ahead and claim that, right?
Absolutely. I agree with you.
It could very well be because the team you worked with on Blessings is the same team that you worked with on Church Doors. When you're making magic like that, how do you decide what message you want to put out to your fans?
Church Doors was a song that Donna Lawrence, Sarah the Baptist, and I were working on. And I told them, what my vision was for the project, to reach people who may not ever step through church doors, but let them know that it's a blessing to step to the church doors. Because you have to be strategic when you're talking to people about their faith and about God, because, some people are, they don't have the experience that you have with God, and sometimes people find it almost impossible or imaginary sometimes that you talk about God and what he can do and the things that he can bring you out of and take you through and all of those kinds of things. And when Sir said, I have the perfect thing for you, and he created it, we already know it went to number one. So it's like, wow, this week. Okay, sir.
I love it.
I absolutely love it.
We're hanging out with my girl, Yolanda Adams, right here, Worship 945 FM. More to come. Keep it locked right here, your inspiration station, Worship 94.5 FM. You're tapped into the love offering, your inspiration station, Worship 94.5 FM. Hanging out with my girl, Yolanda Adams, for the takeover tonight. If you missed the Music Monday Spotlight earlier in the show, you missed her new single premiere for Blessings, which is already doing its thing on the Billboard charts. But while I got you, we have to talk about When We Pray.
When we pray. Oh,
when we pray. Yeah. I feel like that could be a personal testimony for many of us for sure. But when you decided to put this message together in this song, what was one of the takeaways you wanted your listeners to have?
I wanted them to understand the power that they have. Sometimes people think that somebody else has something to do with where they can go. And, they've lived so long under this thing that, I can only go this far. No, the sky is the limit for you. And don't let anybody or anything in your mind keep you from following the plan that you know is best for you and following God's destiny for you. And When We Pray was a testimony of how our prayer life can move mountains, literally. And those mountains may be mountains of disbelief, mountains of fault finding with yourself. Prayer is for us. Prayer ain't for God. God already knows what he's doing. Prayer is for us to get focused and centered on the fact that everything in our life has purpose. Even the hard stuff has purpose. And when you are willing to pray, just know that God hears, but not only does he hear, he answers. So be very careful, as the word tells us, to not just pray, frivolously. Pray with intent, knowing that God has already given the answer, and all you have to do is walk it by faith.
Walk it by faith. I love it. Listen, more time with my girl, Yolanda Adams. So much more to discuss. We're not finished yet. All right, keep it locked right here, your inspiration station, Worship 94.5 FM. You're tapped into the love offering, your inspiration station, Worship 94.5 FM. Your man RoJay holding it down with my girl Yolanda Adams. Been discussing the new project Sunny Days. It is available now if you want to check it out on your streaming platforms. We premiered the new single Blessings earlier, and of course, Church Doors has been getting some good rotation here on Worship 945.
I wanted to tell you this for sure because I don't think I've seen you since like this time you dropped this Day by Day album. And ever since you've dropped that album, I tell you no lie, anytime I'm down, anytime I need encouragement, anytime I just feel like I need to hear a gospel song today, my go-to song is Be Blessed. and it is one of my absolute favorite songs from you.
Yeah.
So when it comes to each project, I know there's a different message you want to get out. I know the message is the same ultimately, but there's a different message you want to get out each album. So from the start of your journey to Sunny Days, what is something you've learned? Like, what's something you've ministered to yourself through this journey?
Oh, it's always ministry to myself, because before I can give a word to the audience that I call my family, it has to resonate with me. Because if you are singing something you don't believe, it shows, and people can hear that. But if you're singing something that you have been tried in the fire with, people know that as well. And so I get a chance to be the guinea pig for the music before you guys even hear it. And so I've learned to embrace whatever it is that I am going through at that time. You know, like there's a song on Sunny Days that says, embrace the change that you go through, because in time it will reveal. That to me has been the epitome of my journey. Embrace where you are right now. Understand that this part of your journey is necessary for forward movement, forward progress, for contemplation, for making sure that you don't drop the ball in your own life. You know, those things are very, very important. And, you know, you got to expect God to move. You got to expect great things. If you expect it, it's coming. So much good stuff can come to you when you expect God to give you good stuff.
I'm having such a great time with you tonight. Look, we got a little more time with my girl, Yolanda Adams. I want you guys to keep it locked right here, your inspiration station, Worship 94.5 FM. You're tapped into the Love Offering, your inspiration station, Worship 94.5 FM. Your man RoJay holding it down with my girl Yolanda Adams tonight. Been discussing the new album, Sunny Days. It's available on all your streaming platforms right now. If you want to purchase it, YolandaAdamsLive.com/store. And of course, follow her on Instagram at Yolanda Adams. Listen, before I let you go, Yolanda, are we getting a new season of Kingdom Business?
We are trying. Lord have mercy. Y'all need to DM BET, email BET, go over and knock on the doors of BET and tell them, hey, we need some more Kingdom Business. Yeah, we're all waiting. We're excited.
Well, we're on it. We definitely going to make it happen. So once again, appreciate you. I hope you have a great day, and I'm sure we'll see you out here soon on the road. All right?
Yes, you will. Thank you, RoJay.
No problem. You have a good one. All right?
All right, sweetie pie.
All the love, all the support for my girl Yolanda Adams. Appreciate you once again. Now, you guys keep it locked right here. I have so much more on the way. Your inspiration station, Worship 94.5 FM.